Drama erupted few hours ago as Nigerians have been asking Wike a question. What are you doing in the church? Is God now answering the prayer of a sinner? It was few hours ago. Today make it Sunday that Wike actually go to church to actually go and pray against Sowore and all of that. It's not more the news that Sowore actually took Wike to Florida court and all of that, so that Wike can forfeit the properties that he used Nigerian money allegedly to buy in Florida. But come and see what Wike did few hours ago. Wike finally turned a prayer warrior in the church few hours ago as he was seen praying against Sowore. You will hear things for yourself in this very video. You will see things the way Wike actually did it few hours ago. I would like you to stick on that to the end of this video. If you can share the video as you're watching it, just do what to share it. Share to the social media platforms. Let it go viral because Nigerians did not expect that Wike can suddenly turn to a pastor in church as he was praying fervently and praying in tongues against Sowore. You will see things the way it goes. If you can share the video, share it. If you can share it, like it. Stay connected. I'll come back again.
Welcome you back to LAJUPOG Watch TV.
I don't have bad news for you today.
The home of religious gossip.
But you should leave the fight for Mohammed.
What is happening in the Christendom? Join now to make sense with LAJUPOG.
Hello my great and wonderful viewers, welcome back to LAJUPOG Watch TV. For those of you coming across this channel for the very first time, just do well to click the red subscription button appearing in your video screen, and as you're clicking it, do well to click the notification bell icon so that whenever we drop a new video in few hours time, you'll be the first person that YouTube will easily notify. Few hours ago, Wike was actually found in church where he was praying fervently, praying with all his heart against Sowore's activity on him. Throughout the week, it was made known to the general public that Sowore actually sued Wike to the Florida court because allegedly by Sowore said Wike actually purchased some properties in Florida with Nigerian money. Allegedly. Now, after Sowore accused Wike, the Florida court is actually looking for Wike, and the FBI actually want to pick Wike up from Nigeria. Come and see the drama where it actually erupted from. You hear this for yourself in this very video. Now, the moment Wike heard of that, Wike make a press conference and he denied the fact that he never used Nigerian money to actually purchase any property and all of that in Florida. But they're looking for Wike in the US now, but Wike is nowhere to be found. Now, they said they're coming to Nigeria to pick Wike up. But come and see the way Wike actually prayed fervently in court a few hours ago. Nobody ever expected that Wike can go as far as becoming like a pastor, praying fervently and sweating in church with a microphone. You hear things for yourself in this video. You see things the way it goes. Come and see the way Wike was actually speaking in tongues because of Sowore. Come and see things the way it goes. So I would like that to stay connected to the end of this video. Just be patient. Stay connected to the end of the video. If you can share the video as you're watching it, just do what to share it. Share to the social media platforms. Let it go viral. And if you can share the video, just like it. Like it, give it a thumb up so that it will be recommended for us. A lot of people believe that Wike is this alpha and omega in Nigeria, that there is nothing that can actually shake him. When it comes to Nigeria's dealing, Wike is just like a god among the politicians in Nigeria. But they did not know Wike in Florida. According to what is happening now, they say Wike might even face more than 20 years imprisonment and all of that. Now they're looking for Wike in Florida. It is not even EFCC. EFCC is not even the one looking for Wike because they believe that those EFCC cannot do anything to this man. But come and see the way FBI are hunting this man. It is FBI. EFCC may respect Wike. FBI did not respect Wike. When you are guilty of an offense, they pick you up. Come and see the way it goes. Come and see the way Wike was kabashing in church. Nigerians are now saying that is God now answering the prayers of sinners in church? For the fact that you committed an offense allegedly, do you think God is now answering the prayer of sinners in church? What is Wike doing in church? See things the way it goes in this very video. First of all, hear the allegations of Wike by the FBI and what is likely to face in Florida. And during the video, you will see the drama where Wike was praying fervently in church and scabushing. Just stay connected. If you can share the video, share it. If you can share it, just like it. Stay connected. I'll come back again.
Sowore has made allegations against the minister of the FCT in the last 2 weeks or so. He has accused him of money laundering through the purchase of houses in Florida. You've all read about that, right? So this is the minister of the FCT, yes, on Wike. And this is the man at the center of the accusation by Omoyele Sowore. So let's look at it together. What are the issues of law? This is Omoyele Sowore, a journalist, someone that lots of people have known over time. He's been the publisher of Sowore Reporters for a number of years now. And he is a person that has made these publications against the Minister of the FCT, Nyesom Wike. And he has published, if you check his Facebook page, official Omoyele Sowore's Facebook page, you see you have this on that page. I'm taking this directly from his Facebook page, and you can see here 113 Spring Creek property. The value of this property is $1,002,000 US. And you can see the name here. The name that he has published here is the name of Nyesom Wike's wife. Okay, Eberechi Nyesom Wike, and this is the amount that is said to be the worth of the properties that have been purchased in Florida, United States of America. He has also published this on his Facebook page. I took it from his Facebook page. If you check it, you'll see it there. This is Wike's son. This is Wike himself. This is Wike's wife. This is Wike's son. This is Wike's daughter. I do not know whether the houses here are the houses that Sowore is talking about in Florida, but obviously it is a photograph of Nyesom Wike and the wife attending the graduation of the son here, who was recently called to the Nigerian bar. Perhaps these are the houses that Sowore is talking about. Now, Sowore has gone a step further by asking his lawyer, Deji Adeyanju, to write a letter to the Honorable Attorney General of Florida, Honorable James Othmeyer, Office of the Attorney General, State of Florida, and so on. It's addressed here: petition for forfeiture and prosecution in respect of properties acquired in Florida by Mr. Ezenwo Nyesom Wike, CON, Minister of the Federal Capital Territory of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He says, we are solicitors to Mr. Omoyele Sowore, and he has given the subject of the petition, and he has signed here Deji Adeyanju Esquire, and he has added his Nigerian Bar Association's official seal here, which is a seal used by lawyers here in Nigeria. And he has signed, he has dated it here. So it's official. He has sent the letter to the Attorney General of Florida to investigate, and the person he's asking to be investigated is the man here, Nyesom Wike. It's very clear, very specific about the person, okay, to be investigated. Now, all of these have taken place in the last 2 weeks or so. So let's unpack it together. What's the position of the law on this? Now, let's look at the law in Florida, because the location, okay, under reference is Florida. And in this case, the law that readily comes to play is a money laundering law of the state of Florida. What does it say? If one is found guilty of money laundering, what is the penalty? What's the position of the law, on it? So we look at it together. Florida law defines money laundering as a financial transaction or series of transactions used to conceal, disguise, hide, or process money other than proceeds generated through criminal activity. So it simply means making illicit money to appear legal. Okay, so let's say someone plants marijuana, and then he knows that the sale of marijuana is prohibited, and so he finds a way to sell marijuana and then decides to use the money to run a legitimate business. Maybe he uses the money to sell cars. So he has a shop, he has a showroom where vehicles are sold. Legitimate business, but the source of that money is an illegitimate business of the sale of marijuana. So it simply means making illicit money appear legitimate. Now, in this wise, money diverted from contracts in Nigeria for the purchase of assets such as the houses in Florida would qualify for money laundering, because that was not the original intent of that money. The money was appropriated in either a state or wherever in Nigeria for public use. If you divert the money for the purchase of houses in Florida, it qualifies completely for the offense of money laundering. But that's not all. A prosecutor must show that the person accused of money laundering knew about the underlying criminal activity or the unlawful source of the proceeds. So he has accused Wike of money laundering. He has to prove, okay, Sowore now working with the prosecution, he has to prove that Wike had known that this is illicit money and that he's not authorized to make use of the money, and that the source of that money is an unlawful activity, a criminal activity, corruption, diversion of funds that was meant for public use and all that. The prosecutor must also prove that the defendant knew about the intended use of the financial transaction to protect the proceeds gained from criminal or corrupt practices. It must be clear that he knew very well that what he's doing amounts to money laundering, diverting money that was meant for a particular purpose, and then you use it to do another purpose altogether. Now, there are various degrees of money laundering under the Florida Money Laundering Act, and there are various degrees of punishment. Okay, now the first one, there are 3 degrees: first degree, second degree, third degree. So we start with the third degree. It becomes third degree felony if the transaction values a total of $300 down to $20. So if the money involved is just $300 up to $20,000, then it is known to be third degree felony. And if it is an amount totaling from 20,000 and above up to 100,000, it comes under second degree felony. It comes under second degree felony, right? I will show you the penalty for each of these, the punishment for each of these. Now, if it is from 100,000 naira and above within a period of 12 months, okay, some people just take the money one by one, like 20,000, 30,000. When the total of it amounts to $100,000, okay, it qualifies for first degree felony. And first degree felony, the punishment is higher. I'll show you the punishment. Now, Sowore's allegation is that the money is over 1 million naira. Let's look at the allegation that Sowore has published here. You see the amounts. So this is what Sowore is talking about. He is saying that this amount has been laundered by Wike, and therefore the amount is above $100,000. This is $1 million plus. So it qualifies for first degree felony under the law, under the Money Laundering Act of the state of Florida, right? Now, what is the punishment? The Florida state laws sets out a maximum sentence for money laundering offenses, okay? So third degree, okay, third degree, remember it was $300, between $300 and $20,000. If you are found guilty of that, you'll be sentenced to imprisonment for 5 years, right? Second degree is from $20,000 and above up to $100,000. If you are found guilty, the term is 15 years. Okay, so the first degree felony, if you are found guilty, the term is 30 years. 30 years. So Sowore's allegation is first degree because of the amount involved. If Wike is found guilty as alleged by Sowore, okay, Wike is to go in, if he makes himself available in the United States of America and is tried, Wike will go in for 30 years, not less than 30 years imprisonment in the state of Florida, right? But that's not all. Now, a conviction of money laundering charges may also require the payment of fine to the state of Florida. So you don't only go to jail. The judge can also pronounce that, see, the incidences of money laundering, taking money from Africa and bringing it to Florida is getting out of hand. It's too much. And for that reason, I want to send a clear message, and therefore says, you go for 30 years imprisonment and still pay a fine. Okay, now Florida money laundering laws specifically allows a fine as much as 250,000 or double of that. It all depends on the judge that is trying. So the judge can double it and make you to pay as much as 500,000 US dollars as fine for money laundering. Now, that's still not all. There is the burden of proof. Note also that the property can also be forfeited. The state of Florida can also, depending on the evidence presented against an accused person, forfeit the property in addition to the punishment that is given. So you lose the money and then lose your liberty by going to stay in jail for a number of years. But note very well that it is one thing to allege, it's another thing to prove. What is the burden on Sowore? And this is very critical, this is very important. And this is where Sowore must go beyond the letter of his lawyer and must also go beyond the publication of the pieces of information that we have seen on social media. Sowore has a duty to prove his allegation against Wike, right? Now, note very well that the allegation, every allegation that is without proof will surely go to nothing. It will fail. If you allege and there is no proof to support your allegation, certainly it will fail in any court of law. Now, if Sowore is able to prove the allegation against Nyesom Wike, then Wike will go to jail. He will go to jail and would most likely forfeit the properties to the state of Florida. And if he steps into America, he will surely serve a jail term of not less than 30 years. How many years is Wike today? Wike is someone that is not less than 60. So if he goes to the state of Florida and serves a prison term of 30 years, that's a lot of time, right? That's a lot of time for someone that has served as governor and someone that is serving as FCT minister to go and spend in prison custody. It is no joke at all. But note that the burden on Sowore is huge. It's no light burden. It's a criminal allegation. In all the documents published by Sowore, there is no mention of the name Nyesom Wike. Have you seen any mention of the name Nyesom Wike in any of those documents? Have you seen? I have not seen any mention of the name Nyesom Wike in those documents. What you see is the name of the wife and the name of the children. Nyesom Wike's name, let's tell ourselves the truth. This is law that I'm discussing. Nyesom Wike's name is not in any of those documents. Now, criminal liability under the law in any country of the world is personal. Criminal liability is personal. A husband is not punished for the infractions of the wife. A wife is not punished for the infraction of the husband. When a husband does an offense, he takes responsibility for it. He goes in for it with his name. When the wife does something wrong, she goes in for it also with her name. Now, in law, the law of crime, you wear your name like your garments. You just wear your name like your garments. You are the one that slapped this man. You go in for it with your name. Nobody carries that burden for you, right? So, if Sowore is unable to prove that Wike is the owner of these properties, these houses, or to show that Wike is linked to the houses, then the petition will fail. And Wike can claim damages for defamation of character against Sowore.
For the first time, and that's why people easily forget, the FCT has never had permanent secretaries before. Never.
permanent secretary of FCT is always posted for the Federal Civil Service. But Mr. President, coming in, felt that, look, you can't retard people's growth. People will get to director level, they retire, they will not get to permanent secretary level. If we want to do projects today, we can have access to commercial banks and use our revenue as collateral. And so that's why you are seeing projects, definite and center. But let me use the opportunity to tell us, particularly the church, he nearly made the worst mistake in 2023. We have to be very, very careful this time around. Very, very careful. You took a decision that would have cost some of us our future. Ask us questions. We are the politicians. You have to be careful of what they tell you. And if that had happened, some of us wouldn't have been here today. So if you want us to educate you, call us. You have people like Senator Mao have one in this church. I hear Senator Magnus is a member of this church. Call them. What's going on? What is going on? They'll be able to educate you. Don't allow people with propaganda, blackmail. They're at it again. Now see what happened.
No, we are climbing 340. We need to reduce. Don't need rest. Select so we are heading to a 0 descending now. But level 150 request manager will have to do. We are descending, like level 150, the heading, go back, check the speed, maintain 250, yes, we don't need to
Thank you for staying connected, my great and wonderful viewers. You can see the way the things are actually going as far as Wike and Sowore matter is actually concerned. You know, a lot of people were actually putting up their support for Sowore. They said, yes, very good. Sowore should deal with Wike, since Wike did not want to put his mouth where his mouth supposed to be. Because on the first ground, it was even Tinubu that Sowore was actually attacking. Sowore called Tinubu criminal and all of that, and you know the DSS actually stood against Sowore, and at the same time Wike actually shook his mouth alongside, because Sowore did not even say anything to talk about Wike. He did not even have time for Wike. But the moment Sowore called Tinubu a criminal, and you know Tinubu is the guy of Wike, is the one that employed Wike as the FCT minister under his cabinet and his regime. So Wike was like, you can't call my own guy a criminal when I'm alive and all of that. So he began to give Sowore some level of backlash. Now Sowore then go as far as unveiling the buttocks of Wike to the general public on what Wike actually did with Nigeria public funds and all of that. Now, as the matter remains, as Sowore was bringing out all the evidences against Wike, that Wike bought a house in Florida in the names of the wife and the name of his son and all of that and blah blah blah, and unveiling all the atrocities and the criminal activities of Wike allegedly, or you know, as Sowore was unveiling, Nigerians were giving Sowore the backings that Sowore need. Nigerians began to bring out a lot of evidences of the properties that Wike bought allegedly with the public fund in Nigeria and outside Nigeria as well. They said it is not only the ones that Sowore is actually bringing out that Wike had. That Wike had a lot that he used Nigerian money to buy. The same Wike was caught with Rolls Royce and all of that, and sure channels were actually asking him questions as regards the Rolls Royce, but he was driving Seun up and down. He said he had been from a rich family even when he was in the university, that he used Mercedes Benz and all of that. Now he's graduating to using a Rolls Royce, a public officer, Now Nigerians are saying that Sowore needs to make sure that he brings Wike down, and he makes sure that the Florida court actually prosecute Wike and forfeit all the properties. That Wike must not do away with this thing. You know, I don't think that is EFCC Nigeria now, blah blah, drama may be acted and all of that, and at the end of it, Wike will go scot-free. But Nigeria is not US. US is different from Nigeria. The rule of law of US is very strong and intact. When they say that you're guilty of the offense and allegation that has been leveraged against you, you will serve time, because according to the US law now, according to everything that they actually brought against Wike in this very video by Omoyele Sowore, according to all the allegations of Sowore, if Wike is found guilty, Wike will be arrested by the US FBI for money laundering. And you know what money laundering is? They don't play with money laundering in that country. They don't play with it. If Wike is guilty of the offense, Wike will serve time, and he will even forfeit the properties that he bought in the Florida allegedly, and they will then have time to investigate more into all the properties that they have in their country. Those are the things that a lot of people actually say. You can hear the way that man actually analyzed everything out in this very video. Now, Sowore is saying that he did not even talk to Wike in the first place, that he was actually talking to Tinubu, that Tinubu is a criminal, all of that, that Tinubu did not have the infantry, the audacity, the temerity, the autonomy to actually come out to actually tell the entire world that he's not a criminal. He said Tinubu did not answer him, that it is someone that he did not even talk to that was actually putting it up on himself and all of that, the likes of the DSS and the likes of Jason Wike and all of that, and he said he will bring out their buttocks. Come and see things the way it goes in this video. You can hear everything yourself. If you did not listen to the video very well, the fate of Wike, if it was actually charged guilty and all in the US, if you did not listen to the video very well, did back to the video again, hear everything that was analyzed out in that video. Now you can see that the matter is not going to die down soon, and you can see the way Wike was actually praying fervently and all of that. So meaning that Nigerian politicians even know that God even exists. So when they are in trouble like this, they know how to pray to God. And remember, the Bible said that the prayer of a sinner is an abomination unto God. Do these people forget that the prayer of a sinner is an abomination unto God? And did they even realize that everything that they are doing is even against the will of the God that they pray to when they are in trouble? Now a lot of people are saying that, why is it that Wike is praying to God? It's an insult to God that Wike is opening his mouth to actually pray to God and all of that. When he's putting Nigerians into mess and all of that, when he's using the public fund allegedly and all of that, you still go back to God. You're not even scared of the God. You go back to God to be praying to that same God. This is what Christianity have been reduced to in Nigeria. Drop a pen in the comment section, my great and wonderful viewers. Just feel free to say your money in the comment section as regards everything that was said in this very video. As I'm gonna just get another channel for you. Share, follow me on my social media handles on Facebook at LAJUPOG Watch TV and LAJUPOG Entertainment, on Instagram at LAJUPOG. Guess what, guys? See you in my next video, and bye for now.
I see the hot for my body, I say make I yarn you. Religious gossip plenty day for body. Pastor with the line on top, be pastor. For LAJUPOG Watch TV. Pastor with the back, where politician with the do pass me, say for leader. Why you with the for church?